Hi everyone, Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. It's pretty warm in here, so I'm just going to give you a quick update over the weekend here. And I just want you to know what's going on in the world. And the reason for that is if you know what's going on, you know if you should prepare, how much you should prepare, what you should prepare, what you should do about it, whether you're going to ignore it or take it to heart. But you won't know what to do unless you know some of the things that are going on in the world. The things I'm going to bring you now are just topics that you should be aware of and think about. So let's go over here and see what we have. Okay, the newest thing that's happening now is called Inside the Beltway. Bidenvilles pop up across America. And I want you to look at all these tents that are just on city streets. Bidenvilles, America's new emblem of decay, July 22nd, 2022. And they talk about what's happening. And the Washington Times, Bidenvilles popping up across America. So we have that. And then we have here another article from All News Pipeline. Bidenvilles pop up across America, bringing indescribable poverty and widespread destitution. Remind historian of Hoovervilles, where every day was worse than the previous day. The plight and suffering was widespread, and it lasted for years. And they just go through here and discuss a little bit about the homeless problems that are going on in the world. And the New York Times has an article. They showed this picture. And if we go down here, we can see this is a video from Channel 8 KGW. And it's pretty sad if you watch it. Now, again, this is All News Pipeline. And if you watch this video, the people in the neighborhood are saying their front yards are now just places where people just go to the bathroom. There's crime. And this homeless man built a house, a tree house for himself. So we have all of this going on. And we are told that 30% of Gen Z living permanently with parents amid inflation squeeze. 29% of those surveys who are in the Gen Z age range, 18 to 25, are living at home with parents or relatives. And they describe this as a long-term housing solution as the cost of living soars. Now, you might be okay. You might have a home. You might have an apartment. But what happens if all of a sudden you lose your job? You're laid off. The company closes. You're fired. Your rent increases dramatically. We know electric's going up dramatically. In Rhode Island, they said by October, electric bills will go up 50%. As everything just keeps going up, what would happen if you lost your home? Where would you go? Is there any way you can plan for that? Now, I don't know if there is or there isn't, but that might be something to keep in the back of your mind. And then if we go over here to Sri Lanka, because as you know what's going on there, they're just collapsed over there. Government introduces fuel rationing scheme amid ongoing shortage. And this is DNAindia.com. DNAindia.com. And they're going to, people with registered vehicles will get their turns based on the last digit of their registration number. And they're going to be given a QR code for each national identity card, sort of like the Social Security number, once the vehicle identification number and other details are verified. And people with registered vehicles will get their turns based on the last digit of the registration number. This is interesting. Tourists and foreigners will be given priority to take fuel in Colombo. I think I'd be pretty upset if I lived there and the tourists and foreigners were given priority. And it's going to be a guaranteed weekly fuel quota will be allocated, one vehicle per one NIC, that's their national identity code. QR code will allocate once vehicle chassis number and details are verified. 2 days of the week according to the last digit of the number plate for fueling with QR. If you don't have this QR code, you're never going to be able to get gasoline in Sri Lanka unless you're a tourist or a foreigner. So we have quite a few articles here on that. And as you know, Starbucks is closing some of their shops, some of their restaurants because of the crime. So it's happening all over. It's something that we have to think about. The Sri Lanka thing is what could happen here. Somehow they would have to ration gasoline, and if it works there, they might decide, hey, it could work here also. So those are just a few of the things that are going on this weekend. Nothing earth-shattering, but things just to keep in mind in case you should lose your job, in case we have to ration fuel here. How will they do it? What kind of QR code could they use here? And what do you do if you don't have a phone that allows a QR code? It's an interesting thing to think about. So comment down below. Let me know how things are going in your area, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.